before the launch of an operation to end illegal water usage in the country, the government has adopted a decision to subsidise the installation of water meters for families in need. The Qukws Qafw Plloçw road segment that will bring Korça closer to the capital will become functional next year. Minister of Infrastructure and Energy Damian Qukws said during an inspection that despite problem encountered, works are proceeding at rapid rates. The municipality of Tirana is implementing its project for putting electric buses to work. The itinerary and cost will be discussed on January 31st. Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Friday, the 26th of January 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. A day before the protest, which according to DP leader Lulzim Basha and SMI chair Monica Cruemadi will be magnificent, the US and Italian embassies have distributed announcements to all of their citizens living in Tirana. They advise citizens to take care tomorrow and to avoid travelling on Deshmore-de-Combit Boulevard, Bayramsuri Boulevard or Skanderberg Square. This is a standard announcement that embassies deliver to their citizens one day before demonstrations, such as large protests or manifestations, take place. Embassy staff notified their citizens to monitor local media to stay up to date with the latest information. DP leader Basha and SMI chair Cruemadi said the protest will be magnificent but peaceful. The government will cover the costs of installing water meters and of determining a water contract with the water supplier for citizens that fall into vulnerable categories. The decision was published in the official notebook only 5 days before the start of an operation against illegal connections. According to the decision, families who are eligible for economic assistance, disability allowance, invalid pensions or full disability pensions, as well as families that are not employed or self-employed or with a head of the house who receives an old age pension from the state, are all eligible for these waivers. Lists of categories to benefit will be passed to water supply and sewerage companies by municipalities within the first week of February. After receiving the list, the water supply companies are obliged to set up the contract and install the water meters. Those who wish to benefit from the subsidies have the obligation to declare themselves to the water supply and sewerage companies, explaining they do not have an affiliated contract, nor are they equipped with a water meter. Following this declaration, the water supply and sewerage companies carry out the relevant verifications with the list of existing subscribers that they possess. In Albania, there are about 270,000 families or commercial entities that do not currently have water meters installed. The operation to end illegal water connections will begin from February 1st, spanning across the nation. Those who have not taken advantage of the grace period currently in place and are found with violations following February 1 will face punishment up to and including imprisonment. Korça and Tirana will be closer in 2019. Minister of Infrastructure and Energy Damian Qukws, during the inspection of field work, said that currently more than 50% of works have been completed, regardless of the problems encountered. The road will become functional in 2019. The completion of this segment will bring Korça closer to Tirana, said Damian Qukws. Minister Qukws promised that all road segments which have been left partly constructed will be completed. Meanwhile, with a €1 billion reconstruction project, the government predicts the construction of 5 major segments geographically divided in the north and south of Albania. We have to complete all the started projects left half done. At the same time, we will open new segments which will complete the main arterial roads of the country, said Qukws. Minister Qukws was accompanied throughout the inspection by the Minister of Finance and Economy, Arben Ahmetai, Chair of the Parliamentary Group of the Socialist Party, Talant Bala, and SP MP Edward Shalsi. From Leja, where he visited one of the biggest chestnut harvests, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Niko Peleshi said the government would support collectors by guaranteeing 50% of the value of the seedlings. By supporting 50% of the seedling's value for the collector, supporting new plantings, as in the case of watermelon, for example, 3 million lek per hectare. By supporting our 15 priority cultures, which all have potential for export, we, step by step, hectare after hectare, municipality after municipality throughout Albania, will be able to build modern commercial farms. Survival farming, no more, said Qukws Plloçw. Plloçw urged farmers to cooperate with collectors because this is the only way the government can support them. Many farmers cannot make that passage, overcoming the big step towards modern cultivations of agricultural crops. They do not have that first initial capital to invest, to buy the seed, the seedling. They are scared of the risk that the new methods always have. The concept that we hope to emerge from this is agriculture with a contract. So let's bring the collector together with the farmer and we will support you as the state, said Qukws Plloçw. Albanian farmers are being directed by the government towards new cultures due to high costs, land fragmentation and lack of investments. The Fear Court decided on an obligation to appear for the 4 arrested residents accused of resisting police and illegal protesting in relation to actions against the construction of the incinerator in the village of Veri. The court considered the arrest lawful but decided to release them from their cells at the request of the prosecutor's office. The decision was applauded by a group of people who gathered in front of the court during the session for assessing the security measure. One of the arrested, Zuliftar Delibashi, spoke on behalf of residents, declaring the protests against the incinerator would not stop, but would instead be formalised with permission. "We will not give up. We will continue to protest, but we will do everything legitimately," said Delibashi. Some residents of Veri launched protests several days ago against a project to construct an incinerator in the area. The new bus line dedicated to the featuring of electric buses will be discussed by the City Council on January 31st at 11 a.m. The proposal for the aptly titled Green Line outlines an itinerary from Palati Mëshëgjeta to Porcelan, then following Dibra Road to the train station and heading out to Sheshi Shqiponia before arriving back again at Palati Mëshëgjeta. Mayor Veliaj previously announced that the race is on for those wanting to provide the service to secure the contract to do so, thus being involved in one of the biggest innovations in the country. Electric buses are the future of a city without pollution, but unfortunately are also a big impact on the budget of any institution, with an electric bus costing about $800,000. Both securing the funds and the method of operation for this new transportation system are expected to be discussed at the Municipal Council meeting. Besides the actual buses themselves, the Green Line must also have electric charging points for the buses. Along with the Green Line, the municipality proposes some changes to the existing lines as a result of the interventions being made in the city, as well as the need for this service to be extended to the periphery. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.